I have never been questioning PFF more than now because I was going through PFF yesterday. I was looking at all the Browns players and the Bengals players that play a lot. Just not for even work. I was just interested. And I saw some guys, I'm like, this guy, because obviously for the Browns and the Bengals, I watch every game. And I'm like, this guy's playing way better than this. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
They changed their grading system this year, and they're going to go, I already heard Sam Monson say in a podcast, they're going to go back to last year's grading system because these grades, frankly, don't
Ward
make sense.
was like the 40th ranked corner or something.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about.
It's impossible.
Ty, you've known Denzel for a while now.
Yeah.
What has taken his game from really good to, I mean, he's been elite in the past, but consistently this season. And you correct me.
No, I don't think he's been elite in the past. Not consistently for a whole year. I think he's been, in my opinion, a notch below elite.
Has he been elite this year in your mind, Bo?
Has he ever made All-Pro?
I think he has.
Denzel Ward. Let me check on that.
The year before he got paid.
I don't think he was All-Pro. I think he made the Pro Bowl.
I feel like
I think he's made 2 Pro Bowls, if I remember.
He never made
Denzel Ward has not made All-Pro, but he has made 2 Pro Bowls. Bo was right.
First year, right?
2018 and 2021.
Yeah.
So Ty, I guess the question is,
how
has Jim Schwartz helped unlock the full potential of Denzel Ward?
Well, I think the number one thing is he brings that energy for sure. If you look at Denzel Ward last year and you look at him this year, you could tell that totally he's more locked in this year. And on top of anything, he's having way more fun out there. I mean, the little striking up the guitar thing, I mean, you see it all the time. And I think that, no knock to Joe Woods, but Denzel is a man-to-man corner, and you kept putting him in those zones, and it was a lot of thinking involved. Obviously, we seen the coverage bust against the Jets game where they completely just whiffed. So I think it's not a lot of thinking involved. He knows, hey, I got this dude right here. I'm going up against probably the best receiver they got every game. I know I'm like that. I'm back. I'm 100% healthy, and I know I can strap anybody up. Yeah. And I think Jim Schwartz brought that confidence in there because coming into the season, everybody was like, he had a bad year. And you don't know what to expect from your defense when you get a new defensive coordinator out there. But you see these guys hunting. You see the success. So you start buying in more. And you know that you're a pivotal piece of that. Because if you got a number one corner that can shut a guy down, you helping guys get sacks or you getting interceptions. And I think that's what we see in this year. Just a confident Denzel who's having fun, that's really enjoying what he's doing, and he don't have to think about anything.
You know, Tyvis, man, I like what you said right there. It irks me when I hear people say, you know, this going back, well, you can't run man-to-man coverage against so-and-so because they'll pick you apart.
Who told you that?
Man.
I played San Francisco versus Oakland Raiders in 2018. Was that 2017, 2018? We ran man-to-man probably 50 snaps. And I looked at Robert Saleh like, dude, you can't call nothing else?
No.
I was like, okay, it is what it is.
That's what we like, man. Listen, I don't want my coaches, you can mix some zone up as a mix-up, but listen, I don't like my defensive coordinator's philosophy to be sitting back playing, let's wait and see if they can make a mistake. No, we make you make mistakes.
Yes.
We're going to put pressure on you and we're going to be in your face. I don't like that.
And we're just, without blitzing, too.
Just go ahead and just sit back and let them carve you on up and then hold them to 3. You giving up points. Your name is a defensive coordinator is like, look, we supposed to be attacking. I love attacking style defense. And when you watch these guys, Martin Emerson is a big corner. You got Denzel Ward, whose best characteristics when you go back to Ohio State is playing man-to-man. And you got guys that want to get after the quarterback. Everything works hand-to-hand. Don't be putting your linebackers. That's why Taki only played 20-something snaps. He got a high PFF grade because he played like 12 snaps. Good on rundowns. Don't be putting them guys back there talking about, well, we couldn't get our mics in there to the deep zone. There's a reason mics don't get back to the deep zone because their names is mics. They don't do that. That's like, so I love the fact that they got him hyped and excited now.
Well, and also what's helped all the corners is the fact that their safeties are playing at such a high level.
Yeah.
Right? If you trust your safeties to, hey, because you play man-to-man, you're going to get beat once in a while.
Every now and again.
Right? So that was painful for you to say right there.
Every now and again.
But if you trust your safeties that they could save you if you make a mistake, then I think you're going to play with confidence. And you talked about Jim Schwartz building up his confidence more. when you're playing with confidence, even if you do make a mistake, it's not going to go away.
No.
Right? You're not going to lose that confidence based on one mistake.
Corner, when you play corner in the NFL, you truly have to believe, and without doubt, that I am the best player ever to play this game. If you don't have that confidence, you're never going to last that corner because you're on an island by yourself. And if they beat you, if they just happen to beat you, got to be crazy enough to say to yourself, that was fluke. You'll never get that again, and you got to line up and go play again. So listen, for me, when I look at Denzel last year, it wasn't the fact that I didn't feel like he was that far away. It just felt like he was a step off last year. It was like one step. He would be close, but he would never make the play. Like, he'd give up the catch, but he'd be right there. This year, he's all over the stuff this year. Like, he running routes for people and picking balls off. So it's like he's totally locked in. He's bought in. His film preparation is unbelievable because he's running routes for wide receivers. And his confidence is through the roof. I'm telling you, that man right there believes that he's the number one corner in this league.
I think he's made more plays in half a season than he did the whole season last year.
I probably agree with you.
Now, listen, I don't know. You know him personally, and obviously we're not asking anybody to share any personal information.
Yeah.
But I had heard from a couple of different people that he was going through something personally last year, and that maybe that played a role. Because you talked about him being happy. He didn't look happy last year.
He did not.
And this year he looks like he's super happy.
Man, he's smiling every time you see him.
Without saying any specifics, obviously, was there something going on for him personally that affected him?
What I will tell you is that there's always stuff that's going on in athletes' lives. And it does trickle down to your play at times. You might not necessarily think it does, but it does in the grand scheme of things. And I think that maybe a little bit of stuff that he had going on kind of seeped into his play a little bit. And I think he tried to find himself later on in the season, but it's like the damage had already been kind of done.
It's tough.
I mean, I've been in the doghouse too, but it's okay. You can always apologize.
I mean, listen. Last year you got to think about it. It was coverage bust. They was losing games that they shouldn't have lost.
Talk about we gotta get
like
on the
they
same
did.
page.
It was something like as simple as communication. As simple as this. Hey, we in man. Whatever the sign is, we in man. Like they couldn't. They didn't even do that.
No.
Like that's
how many times
sick.
did we have that conversation?
That is sick to me.
Yeah.
You couldn't look to your safety and say, hey, whatever the signal is.
How many times last year did I say we'd be like, Tyvis, how come they can't talk to each other? Shouldn't this be obvious?
That's what I'm saying. It was something going on, and you couldn't even do that simple thing.
Tyvis, you done been on squads. You done been on teams that hang out together, that party, that kick it, that's real tight. But then you be on other squads, and they don't like each other like that. This team looks like they like each other. They look like they got more camaraderie. They all playing. Last year it seemed like they was like saying, look, I'm sacrificing what I do best for somebody else because they can't get it done. Like, here's the thing. You don't have to get on the same page when I know who I got. Now I could go to you and be like, you got beat on a corner route. Not, well, I was supposed to pass 3 off, and it was a 2-by-1, but the 2-by-1 and it was a cloud coverage. No, I don't hear all that.
I think for me, when I realized that this team was special this year, when I finally was like, they got something, there is something there, was San Francisco. And I'm not even talking about the game. It was before the game, the scuffle before the game.
Yep.
That was when I was like, because in years past, somebody get in a scuffle, people mosey over there, try to show something. But I think this game, this San Francisco scuffle, they was sprinting over there like, I got you, bro. Hold on. What you doing?
Yeah,
so I think that, to me, lets me know that this team they got each other's backs. Like I say, P.J. Walker started that game, and they didn't blink. Them dudes was like, don't worry, P.J., we got you on defense. We're going to hold it down until you get right. Like, that's special. And that's why I think that's the biggest difference. So, I don't know who brought the change. I don't know if it was Jim Schwartz. I don't know if Kevin Stefanski said something different. I do know having new coaches in there will change culture. But this team, to me, if anything, they got each other's backs no matter what. Obviously, we seen David Njoku come on, and out of the little 10 minutes he talked, he made sure he said, we believe in Deshaun Watson. We got Deshaun Watson's back. Like, he letting you know, like, we all in on this thing.
They need to start a scuffle. I need a scuffle
with Baltimore.
No, just with Baltimore.
Don't worry, Odell gonna do something.
They need a scuffle because here's my thing: like they be trying to little brother. They be trying to really little brother.
Oh yeah.
Like
I want to see Odell not have a single catch in this game. Not that he's done any.
He had a touchdown last game.
That was in garbage time. The game was already over.
Yeah. Well,
they were up like 30
points. You got to get going.
I need that work because here's the thing. A lot of times with the Browns, and I'm starting to see in these chats in different places, the Browns fans is tired of it. Like, we're tired of taking 2 L's to the Ravens every year. Like, let me just remind you, the Baltimore Ravens are your old team. It's almost the equivalent of what they did. It's like you losing your ex-girlfriend or wife, and guess what happens? She not only loses weight, she gets smarter, she goes get a degree, she's winning in life, and she marries a supermodel dude that's more famous than you. You supposed to be upset. No. You not gonna start working out you working out now?
Yeah.
What happened in them 4 years before?
You would be upset.
1995, they took your team. In a couple years, they won a championship. They took your best player, Ozzie Newsome, and then they made him director of player operations, and all he did was go get player after player, Super Bowl after Super Bowl, and go to get guys that are Hall of Famers. And you've been left holding the bag. At some point in time, someone's going to have to get upset and say, look, the old Ravens, the old Browns, whatever the case it is, it's a new day. You're not going to treat us like that. We need to get it done.
Yeah. Browns need to kick some ass, be physical in this game, obviously.